It's your guy Rich and welcome back to a brand new video. It is Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1 and guys, what a blast I'm having. It's an absolutely insane season full of absolute endless possibilities, endless fun and just an all-round great brand new feel to a game that was starting to get stale, epic. Well played, you have pulled it off. You had an absolutely insane launch in my opinion. You brung up the hype, you got the people talking and you actually delivered. That's the most important thing. Games make it so hard to deliver. We've seen it with Call of Duty every year. This game might be the game that brings COD back and they can't do it regardless of the hype that sometimes they can build. We'll find out in 10 days, but I digress. This video is all about Fortnite and how good Season 2 is, some of the changes, and let's kind of go from there. So as you've seen from the start of the video, I've had a pretty good start, to be honest. I've had 4 or 5 wins, some nice gameplay, some nice shots, and just all-around funness. So last night was all about just playing with my friends. I felt a bit bad mentally all day, so I just wanted to have a good time. So I apologize if the content is lacking in a sense of just fullness and a lot of gameplay. However, let's just talk about the game. So biggest change for Fortnite Season 2, Chapter 2, whatever you want to call it, which everyone expected, was the map change. So I believe it is bigger, I think. I mean, looking at a comparison of the two, Paradise is now where Retail kind of is, Salty's kind of replaced where Tilted was, but the map looks pretty much the same. However, they've implemented a lot more water. That's great for rotations, for boats, for fishing, and yes guys, anyone who's new to Fortnite, you heard fishing, that's correct. They've implemented something in this season where you can fish for weapons, you can get materials, you can get ammunition, and you can get fish that offer you shield or health, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. There's boats, which is a brand new kind of mobility in the game, which can actually go on land if you use your turbo right. They fire rockets, you can get on with friends, and you can rotate around the map via the water. So you would have seen the map already. I can put a screenshot on the screen as well if you haven't, but it's a very well-based map, and the water has currents which I believe aren't always the same. I'm not 100% on that, but it means that you can actually rotate through the water and swim faster if you're going upstream or downstream. If you're going upstream, or I could be doing it the wrong way around, then you will actually get a bit of tension and you'll go a little bit slower. But I think they've brought out mobility for just so people can enjoy the season to start off with. So some things that aren't in Fortnite at the moment, rotation wise, they've taken out Chug Splash, they've taken out Shockwaves, they've taken out launch pads, bounce pads, and that's kind of crazy to me. Obviously the grapple gun was kind of limited because of Batman anyway. They've also brought out other consumables like Chug Splash, all that kind of stuff. So there's a few things that have gone, which is pretty crazy. Slurp Juice has gone as well, but I mean, I think it all makes sense at the moment. I think it's just to create a bit more balanced gameplay while some plays aren't as good, and it just creates a little bit more funness for Fortnite. They've also introduced a whole brand new weapon upgrading scheme where you can trade in a certain amount of each material for a new variant of the weapon. So for instance, you can go from a blue pump to a purple pump by spending 250 of each wood, metal, and brick, which is a lot. It can make a lot if you go from grey to gold, for example, but it is just crazy they've done that. It makes it a little less RNG, but at the same time, you can always just find a better weapon than the other person, and that's just how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But they have introduced a new chest, so it sounds different and it looks different. However, it means that these chests have a bit better loot, and they also drop more items, plus I believe always an explosive, but don't quote me on that. And they've also introduced brand new weapon, ammunition chests, which drop more variants of ammunition and a larger amount of ammunition as well, which is pretty crazy. But this season, guys, is just so much fun. I mean, the fact you can fish is crazy, you can pick people up, you can give them an attitude adjustment off the top of a building, John Cena style. You can't see me, it's absolutely crazy. You can hide in bins, spring out of bins, surprise attack, but I don't know if it can always backfire, guys. We've all seen the video, I'll play it on screen now. It always gets me every time, but no, I mean, there's not too much more really to talk about because, like I said, I didn't capture too much content yesterday, but this season is just great. So guys, jump on, you might have an update, but trust me, it will be worth it. Enjoy chapter 2 and I'll see you in a lot more of the videos. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.